Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I'll be fertilizing the garden. Every year I fertilize the garden in late February into early March. It's a gorgeous day today. We are going to be hitting 73, 74 as the high, and the low is going to be in the 50s. Perfect time to fertilize. So let's get started. All right, guys. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I kind of use the same things over and over. They've worked for me. I stick with them, but I'm not bound to any particular brand. You know, if something's on sale, I'll pick it up. But I mostly will buy the Espoma brand because they just seem to work better for me, right? So I have the Holly Tone, and the Holly Tone is mostly for evergreens and anything that's acid loving, such as hydrangeas, rhododendrons, camellias, azaleas. So that's what I use for those. And then I use Plant Tone for any other flowers or food. And I use Rose Tone for roses and any other flower. Rose Tone is not just for roses. And I have some more rose food here that I got from Walmart. It's the Expert Gardener brand. It says it's for roses, but again, it can be used for anything that is flowering. So I'm just going to show you how I fertilize my garden. I fertilize twice a year in late February into early March, and again into mid to late June. And that will take me, I only fertilize twice a year. It's worked great for me. And I'll just show you how I fertilize. So let's get started. All right, guys. So this is what the fertilizer looks like in the bag, right? I just went in here and got a handful of it. This is what it looks like, right? This is what most of the fertilizer you're going to buy are going to look like. It doesn't have the greatest smell, but it does have the good stuff in there to help your plants grow. This is slow release, which means that it's only going to be released into the soil. What you're doing is you're fertilizing the soil, which helps the plant grow. Right? You're not fertilizing the plant, you're fertilizing the soil. And what that does, it helps the plants to grow. It's slow release. When it rains and when you water it, a little bit at a time will go into the soil, which in turn helps the organisms in the soil to do what they need to do to help the plants grow. So in any case, let me show you exactly what I do. Now I'm going to start out with individual beds. And I will not move the mulch either. I won't move away the mulch and pour it close. I'll pour it around the root ball or in the actual soil itself. When it rains, it will, make its way, seep its way into the soil. I have a lot of hydrangeas as well. And again, this is also for hydrangeas. And here's the old-fashioned azalea. And then here are the hydrangeas. These are bloomstruck. I've got bloomstruck by Endless Summer. I have all hydrangeas here. Might not see much here because they're pretty much sticks with the buds on them. But this is an area where I have all my hydrangeas. Now I might have to move some leaves because it's kind of thick over here. But you get the idea. Remove the leaves and just so you can get to the actual hydrangea itself. Lots of hydrangeas here. Okay. And here are the ones of the azaleas that bloom just in the spring. I'm just throwing it in the bed, guys. Just throwing it in the bed. Remember, no need to overdo it. It already has a lot of nutrients in the soil. So on to the roses, guys. And for the roses, I'm going to come in closer to the root ball. I'm not just going to throw it like that when it comes to roses because they are heavy feeders, meaning that they take a little bit more to produce those beautiful flowers that we like in the spring and the summer. So here I'm just going to come in and just put it right there on the root ball. And especially down here is completely covered with wood chips, so it won't penetrate into the wood chips. I definitely want to put it directly on the rose, guys. Directly on the rose. And you can see these are all roses going up here. These are all roses. I'm just going to come up in here. And like I said, rose tone or rose food is not just for roses. It's really for plants that are heavy feeders. They take a lot to actually produce the flowers that we get. So here are some knockout roses right here. Some roses right here. And I'm just putting it right on the root ball, guys. All right, here's a knockout rose up here, right here. Yeah, so those are all the Walmart roses that I bought. Remember, every year I go to Walmart and buy a whole bunch of roses. Here they are. And I have some roses down there as well. All right, guys, so that is it for me today. I did run out of plant tone, and I still have the foundation bed to do. I still have the slope bed to do, and I still have the shade garden to do. And I thought I had enough, but I didn't, even with me just, throwing it into bed like that and kind of zero in on the roses themselves. I still ran out, but that's fine. It's okay. I go to Walmart to buy mine. They're not expensive at all. So I will definitely finish that up. But let me know how you fertilize and when you fertilize. I try to fertilize, like I said earlier, the end of April to the first week in March, and I do the throw method. And I do it when we're above 50 degrees. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I put out my newest videos. Thank you and have a great day.